This is the Book Stop.
Only on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Good morning, Sri Lanka. I'm Erandathie Damunupola, author of the children's book Flew in Fairyland, on the Book Stop with Brad and Kiara.
The Book Stop. Your favorite authors with your favorite books. Now playing on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Yeah, that's right. Erandathie Damunupola. She's a lecturer at the Colombo University and she's also an author. The lockdowns have been productive for this individual. Now, as always, we want to get to know our authors a bit better so that, you as a possible reader might want to pick that book based on her personality. So, we asked Erandathie to introduce herself to all our listeners.
This is the Book Stop.
When I was a child, I used to write stories with pictures and make books, have art exhibitions at home, and stitch rag dolls. Now, I'm a mother of 3, still doing all that and more. I studied at Methodist College and obtained my BA from the University of Colombo. My MA in English Literature was done abroad, and at present, I'm a lecturer at the University of Colombo. In my spare time, which we've had quite a lot lately, I dabble in many creative fields like drawing, painting, and creative writing. A few months back, I drew, designs, and published an adult coloring book with traditional Sri Lankan designs called Liapata. It's something I'd like to call a passion project. Now, Flew in Fairyland is actually a combined project with my kids. I wrote it with my daughters Menuki and Chenuli and my son Thenuka. It was born out of the ideas and the daily discussions and speculations about the pandemic. I have traveled to Fairyland with them, believed in what they believe in, and sometimes even written in their own words. So it's actually our book, and I would like to say that the initial lockdown in 2020 unlocked the author in me.
The Book Stop, where reading really matters. Now playing on the Brad and Kiara Show.
It's great to see how you can do different things during the lockdown period, especially getting your family involved. So great job, Erandathie. And the next question we had for her was around the book that she wrote, which is called Flew in Fairyland.
This is the Book Stop.
So the story goes like this. There is an overactive virus created by Nuka the elf. Creating viruses and maintaining the natural balance is Nuka's job. But this time, it gets out of hand. The fairies, elves, and goblins, along with all the creatures of the earth, are in danger. So read and find out how they bring this terrible, spiky flu under control.
The Book Stop. Your favorite authors with your favorite books. Now playing on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Take that for a teaser. Fantastic stuff indeed. And if you want to find out what really happens, you need to get your hands on that book, Erandathie Damunupola, our author this morning on the Book Stop. We also need to thank Jeremy from the Jamfruit Tree Publications for making this a possibility. Now, it's not all over. We got, of course, more questions as we speak to the author right here inside the Book Stop, exclusive to the Brad and Kiara Show. Time for more music. Here's Bonnie M.
By the rivers of Babylon.
Playing you the music you grew up with on your lifestyle station E88.3. This is Brad and Kiara on a Saturday morning with you. And of course, we are talking to an author today on the Book Stop who has written a great children's book. That is Erandathie Damunupola.
This is the Book Stop.
Only on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Good morning, Sri Lanka. I'm Erandathie Damunupola, author of the children's book Flew in Fairyland, on the Book Stop with Brad and Kiara.
The Book Stop. Your favorite authors with your favorite books. Now playing on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Erandathie Damunupola, she's also a lecturer at the Colombo University and the proud author connecting Flew in Fairyland. Now, clearly, we wanted to ask her, what did she want to achieve through this book? What was that message she wanted to convey to her readers, to everybody out there? That was our next question to our author this morning through the Book Stop. Here's Erandathie Damunupola.
This is the Book Stop.
So the book Flew in Fairyland is a chapter book with illustrations and even a few poems. It has a lot of information for children, which I think will help them understand what is happening around us today. We still don't have a cure for COVID-19. Children and even adults need hope. Hope that things will get better and that we can achieve the impossible if we work together. That is the message I want to leave behind. If you like to see the book and the illustrations, please visit the official Facebook page for Flew in Fairyland. Once you read it, please share your thoughts as well. This book was first published on Amazon and is now locally published. It is available at Jamfruit Tree Bookshop and you can order your copy by contacting them.
The Book Stop, where reading really matters. Now playing on the Brad and Kiara Show.
That's really fantastic that she has a real purpose of, creating awareness and information that people really need to understand when it comes to these times, and also around hope and, keeping your spirits up during a challenging time period. The next question we had for her was more general to all our authors we ask who are on the Book Stop. How would you like to promote reading to our listeners on the show?
This is the Book Stop.
I would like to urge everyone to read, because reading is the only way to travel these days. Not only to physical locations, but even to imaginary places like fairyland. You can also travel into the mind of others. We can read and learn about other people's experiences that we ourselves will never have. And you can forget about the real world for a while and escape into a pleasurable place and time.
The Book Stop, your favorite authors with your favorite